Hey everyone, so let's go ahead and get started and jump into this Valentine's Day look. I start off with using the Nivea Post Shea Balm in Sensitive. Just tap that around my face. Then I go in with foundation, and this is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation Stick in number 153. I start off using a damp beauty blender, and then I switch over to my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. I used one of these new simple micellar face wipes to take the foundation off my lips. These things are amazing for removing makeup. And then I go in with a little Aquaphor lip repair. Next, I go in with some concealer from MAC. I sort of use that as like a base or a primer for my eyeshadow. And then I top that off with some Tarte translucent powder to sort of set that. I'm using this eyebrow pencil from Ofra, and this is in shade Universal. This is probably one of my newest favorite eyebrow pencils. Alright, so now for eyeshadows, I'm just going to take any type of crease brush. I'm going to be using 1987 from the Gwen Stefani and Urban Decay palette. I'm going to be focusing that on the crease as a transition shade. And then I'm going to focus on the outer V, and I'm going to be using MAC's Brown Script. After that, of course, the star of the show, I am going to be using Weenie from ColourPop. Now that's just going to add that extra sparkle and shine towards the center of the lid and towards the inner corner of the lid. Alright, so now just to highlight right under the brow bone, I'm going to take a pencil brush, and I'm going to be using the shade Bathwater in Skimp. I know Bathwater is kind of a weird name, but also just to deepen up the outer V, I am going to be using shade Punk. Alright, so to finish up the eyes, I'm basically going to be using a ton of my drugstore favorites. I'm going to be starting off with this liquid liner from NYX. I do find the brush really simple to use because it is very skinny and precise. I tried filming myself doing the wing liner, but it was actually really difficult not getting close to the mirror. And then after I get done here, I'm just going to add a couple of coats of my favorite mascara. Now this is from Maybelline, and this is Lash Sensational. And then I'm going to add some duo glue to help adhere my favorite drugstore lashes, and these are by Allure number 126. Then I'm just going to bust out a couple of my dance moves. Next, to get rid of these horrific under eye circles, I am going to be using my Sephora corrector in shade Melon, and then I'm going to be using the concealer in number 11. Now, as I mentioned in my last video, it is super hard to get enough product out of the concealer tube, so you do have to go back and forth, which is super annoying. To blend it all out, I'm going to be using a damp beauty blender. I was going to set the concealer using my setting brush from Real Techniques, but instead I decided to use my beauty blender to help pack on some of the banana powder from Morphe. And after I'm done, it is so amazing to see what a difference concealer and corrector make. Thank God. For a little contouring, I'm going to use this Maybelline contour palette. I do believe that this is the darkest shade. I think it's medium deep. And I'm going to be applying that with a $4 e.l.f., or I think it was $3 actually, a $3 e.l.f. brush from Target. And then just to blend everything out, I'm going to be using a Real Techniques powder brush. And then also, I'm going to add a little bit of this baked bronzer from Revolution. This is in shade Rock On World. And this is a brand that I believe you can purchase at Ulta. And I just sort of do a little bit of bronzing around my forehead. I also wanted to go ahead and add a little bit of blush from MAC, and this is in shade Format. And then to clean up my contour, I'm going to be using the Morphe banana powder. And then to swipe away any of the excess powder I have, I'm going to use just this Real Techniques setting brush. I also wanted to go ahead and contour my nose a bit, so I'm using the same contour palette from Maybelline, and I'm taking this Sigma brush, I think it's just one of their flat top concealer brushes, and just blend that out with the e.l.f. brush as well. I do also add a little bit of highlight to my cheekbones, and to be honest with you, I have no idea what highlight I used. I think it was one that I got in my Ipsy bag a couple of months ago, but I'm not sure. Let's finish up this face. So I do start reapplying some eyeshadow, focusing more on the inner corners of my eyes and the outer corners. I do put bathwater and weenie on the inner corner with a pencil brush, and then I add a little bit more of MAC's brown script on the outer portion of my eyes, focusing more towards my lower lash line. And I don't bring the brown script in too far. I kind of go just from the outer portion of my eye to the center. I also do add a little bit of Marc Jacobs eyeliner in the waterline and also going towards the outer corner of my eye, towards the center. I don't bring it in all the way. And I do add a little bit more mascara on my lower lash line. And then just to finish everything off, I do add some liquid lipstick, and this is from Kat Von D in shade Bow and Arrow. Now, I'm all about some big, voluminous, romantic curls, but I thought it'd be a little bit more spunky and fun with this Valentine's Day look. So I'm going to start off with some Batiste dry shampoo, just spraying that at my roots and just pretty much around my whole head, just to help soak up some of that extra oil. And then what I'm going to do is just basically part my hair, pretty much going around my crown. So going from temple to temple and then to my crown. I am going to just put this in a ponytail using a thin, clear plastic, basically like a rubber band, but it is for your hair so it doesn't pull as much. I am going to put that in there, kind of loosen it up, kind of make it look a little bit messier towards the front. And then taking some bobby pins, I am going to wrap my hair around, making just pretty much a messy bun, and putting my bobby pins in place to make sure that it is secure. I'm going to be teasing my roots just a bit, just to give it more of a messy, fun look. And then running some of my strands, not all of them, just here and there, taking a couple of pieces and just kind of wrapping them around a regular curling iron. It just gives it sort of more of an undone, fun look to me, and I really, really like this hairstyle. All right, guys, so this pretty much finishes up my Valentine's Day look. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you do recreate the look, please tag me on Instagram. And you know what? If you don't have a significant other, you grab your girls or you go out alone and you go have yourself a good time and have a cocktail because you're fabulous. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.